Welcome everyone to the next episode in our Night Springs series. If you are new, I recommend pausing and watching the introduction video which breaks down the nature of the TV show before proceeding further. With that out of the way, grab some popcorn and let's check out today's episode of Night Springs.
Tonight's episode, Taken in his prime. For young Manny, the night hasn't been kind. He's a marked man, selected for a lifetime of servitude after answering an ad in the newspaper. But first, a little field surgery is required.
Well, look what I found.
Please, no!
Yeah, I think you're just about ready for it.
Best if you don't resist this, kid. We gotta beat it out of you.
What? I don't understand. What did I do? I just wanted to get a job in the service industry.
Wow, you're gonna serve all right.
No! Please!
There it is! It's coming out now, right between the self-esteem and the childhood traumas.
What are you doing to me?
Quit squirming. There, I got it. Believe me, kid, this free will thing is more trouble than it's worth.
What was that?
Oh, nothing for you to worry about, Manny.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
We'll tell you all about that. Don't you worry.
Another vacant worker ant, birthed in fury and violence for the pleasure and convenience of ruthless and malicious men. Stranger things can happen in Night Springs.
While watching this episode, it may feel like it lacks many connections to the Remedyverse as a whole. The events seem pretty straightforward. Manny is a random man looking to get into the service industry. Considering the double meaning of the word, it is no surprise the ambiguity of the phrasing was taken advantage of. Manny wanted to be in a position where he was of service to others, but to serve also refers to someone who is a servant of a greater power. After having something forcefully removed from his chest, he becomes a mindless drone. Any sense of individuality or freedom was ripped from him. Now, as the narrator says, he is a worker ant, just another in an army to serve something else, never again to consider himself as anything but a tool. Based upon the limited details given in the episode, I would be hesitant to say definitively who these men end up serving. The narrator does, however, give us an idea at the end.
Another vacant worker ant, birthed in fury and violence for the pleasure and convenience of ruthless and malicious men.
It is implied that after being placed into a life of servitude, he is made to be a mindless drone to serve those in a position of power. Whether that means other humans who somehow have the power to create these soulless workers, or something more paranatural, is not clear. What we can say though is this episode of Night Springs has been used before as inspiration, and possibly will be used again in the future. For starters, this episode appears to have served as a point of inspiration during the Departure manuscript. The idea of having the sense of individual self removed and being forced to serve a higher power brings to mind the primary enemies of Alan Wake. Their name is right in the title of the episode after all, Taken in his prime. After a violent assault, these men are taken and made mindless tools for something greater, just like the Dark Presence converts the unlucky occupants of Bright Falls into Taken. The same theme is used again in relation to the Hiss overtaking the Bureau agents. In all of these cases, individual freedom was stolen. This is the easy connection though. What about this narrative ties to future events in the Remedyverse? It comes down to the so-called field surgery itself. What specifically was removed from Manny's chest? While it is not explicitly stated in the episode, the narrator, again, makes a suggestion.
Freedom. A fusion of vigilance, conscience, and uncompromising clarity of vision. A need so fundamental, it permeates our very being. And yet, a man may be brought to his knees in a single heartbeat. In Night Springs.
The heart was removed. both physically and metaphorically. Without a heart, Manny lost his freedom and was filled with the desire to serve. With this in mind, let's shift gears. Based upon what we know now about upcoming Remedy projects, what do you think of when a group of men hold down another in order to rip out their hearts? In the Alan Wake 2 promotional material, we witness Cult of the Tree members ripping out a man's heart. Each member we see also has a heart missing if we zoom in during the gameplay footage. Is it too much to suspect that in order to join the cult, one's heart must be removed? Just like Manny had his removed in this episode. Just like Barbara Jagger had her heart removed by Thomas Zane. But if the parallels from this episode are to be interpreted as intentional, we are left with another question. Who do the Cult of the Tree members serve? This brings us to my final thoughts. Zane was responsible for the lost heart motif when he removed Jagger's. The AWE DLC implies that Wake and Zane are collaborating. So is this detail regarding the Cult of the Tree something that Zane added into the story? Was it something Alan included because his encounter with the Dark Presence involved him confronting the woman with no heart? Or did Alan borrow upon this episode of Night Springs for inspiration? Either way, it all fits together. The only remaining question is, who wrote this episode? While there is no detail in the episode that gives us an answer, one thing is for sure. Whoever did write it was a little heavy on the metaphors. This concludes my breakdown of this episode of Night Springs, taken in his prime. See you next time.
There's a hole in her chest where her heart should be.
Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed, please drop a like and subscribe to receive updates on future uploads. If you would like to help support the channel, a Patreon has been set up and the link is in the description below. Have a great day and peace be with you all.